Guys, welcome back to the channel and to episode 15 of my repair of my 1978-79 panel van. If you can recall, the last that I left you off in a very dramatic manner was at the A-post on top. Let me just show you where I stopped last and what my plans are for this video. Right, if you can recall, I put this on in the last video and I just gave it a couple of tacks there. So I'm going to grind this all off now and I'm going to weld this complete here. I'm going to finish this area off here and then join this lot up. So I'm hoping to finish this off in this video, but like I said in the last video, let's just see how far I get. Alright, let's carry on and enjoy this video, guys. Okay guys, so this is how this corner came out here. It's not perfect, that I must admit. There are a bit of crevices in this patch here, but this patch was actually quite difficult to do because the original piece of steel that I used here, if you can recall, that was actually quite thin, and the moment I started welding on it, I just started burning holes, and then I had to build up on that. So this is all steel here, all on this area here. So anyway, that's how that came out. See my arch there for the window. All this nooks and crannies here, that's perfect for the body filler when I put the body filler on, to actually like go in and actually bite. Instead of having a super smooth surface, at least the body filler can bite in the crevices and actually bond better. Anyway, that's how this came out. I'm going to carry on now with the sections here and finish this off. Alright. Alright, so I just started putting this patch in here, and I figured out the best way for me to do this is by putting in bits and pieces to create this bend here. So I'll start with this bottom patch here, I'll weld it there, and then I'm actually going to heat this up and bend this over just to see how it reacts. If that doesn't work, and I'll take it out and try a new approach. But this is the basic idea that I'm going to have here, to close this slot off here and then to blend it into this section here. So anyway, I'm going to carry on and let's see what the outcome is. Alright guys, so this is where I'm at now. This is all in line with the B-pillar here. This is how this top came out here. You saw me put that patch in here because that metal was actually very thin here, and as I was welding, that was just breaking away. So that patch is in. This is all welded up here, and from the top should look something like that. Obviously that's just from the heat there, that's nothing. And if I look at the profile of the arc, it's relatively there. You can see it from the side here. It's relatively there. All the imperfections our good friend Sir Body Filler will compensate for, but she's kind of on point at most places. Like I said earlier on, there's a couple of crevices like this here where the heat actually collapsed the steel a little bit here, and my plan was not to chase that by heating it up and knocking it from the inside up, which I could do, but it's not really too bad. So the body filler will cover all of that there. So yeah, I just got to blend this section in now. Yeah, I'm going to take this up to here. Once again, as I said in, I don't know what episode it was, that I really don't know what the main profile is of this steel here, because as you saw, if you didn't watch that episodes, when I took this off, these things were all rotted away here. So I'm just going to join this slot up now to this slot here, just to box up this section. Then I'm going to move on to this section and come out further out with this mount here. Actually, I got to relook at this whole mount here, if it's worth saving or if I must fabricate a new one. And then I'll actually come all the way out probably to about here, and I'll actually kind of let it join in here. So the idea is actually, as I build this up, I want to strengthen this corner here, because I mean this metal here is already 40 years old, or whatever the years is, 78, 42 years, 44 years, 46 years, whatever. I'm not going to do the maths right now. Also, they are actually quite fatigued, so the idea is actually to strengthen them as I go along. Anyway, let me finish this section off here. Okay, so I put this patch in here now, and I just gave it a slight tack there. Okay, I bent a hole there, but never mind, I can close that up. So I'm going to work this patch in here. It's too big, as you can see here, it's overhanging, but as I work it, I will cut this to meet that plate there. And once that is done there, same, I'll do the same this side here. I'll work this down to meet that plate there. Anyway, let me carry on. Right, as you guys saw now, I welded that up, welded it up on top there. It's just a matter of me grinding that, and I heated this section up here to hit a curve. You know, instead of having this plate go straight, I heated so that this section could bend like towards me as such. And then that way it also drew this plate in a little bit, so I don't have to take too much off here. But what I think I will do here is I will probably just heat this section up here and bend this lip over, you know, like that, and then make it join that section there. This section here is too long, so I will probably end up trimming this. I'll just have to see. I'll actually have to go back into my videos just to see what this area looks like here. But this section here, I definitely want to extend onto this section here, just to strengthen this section up here. This is not going to just end like this, because I think the original one, remember that plate with a hole? Let me just check here. It should be laying in here somewhere. There's it. This hole, remember this plate was somewhere somewhere in like this. So everything was joined up in this corner here. I think it was something like that. I'm not too sure. But like I said, I'll have to go into my videos to see what this area looked like here. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this section onto this section here, so that when the water do come down, when the water comes down here, it will have to flow this way, you know, and it will obviously go down here. And I think that is the problem with these cars, is how this section was manufactured, and the water will run down here and actually accumulate at the bottom here, hence the rot. Most Escorts, Cortinas, all those cars, Capris, all the cars rot like this at the bottom here, and it's obviously because of this water flowing down here. So when I get to this section here and I put the fender on, or whatever I'm going to do, I'm actually going to change the design a bit here. Maybe I have some weep holes here or something. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do here, just to deflect the water. I might even, I don't know, I might even run a gutter across here like that and make it drip here. But that's just me thinking ahead of the game. Let me just sort this section out here first. Okay, so this is how far I got here. You can see how I blended this in. That's just the welds that's still sticking out, you know, like I didn't grind it completely flat, but I mean that's definitely all in one. So yeah, I guess it didn't come out too bad. This corner took a lot of work as per usual. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this piece off here. You can see it's slitted there and stuff, so I'm going to cut this piece off. First I'm going to fabricate this corner here, and then I'm going to make this corner join in onto this thing, just to, like I said, just to strengthen this area up here. This is the bottom of, this is all double layered here, so this is the bottom part, and then I'm going to just start working on the top section here. I had a look at this piece of steel here. This is just surface rust on here, that's bent like years. This is hold here, so I'll cut this piece out and put the piece in there. Same there, I'll cut it out, you know, so I'll just patch this, but it's not really rotten. It's still a good piece of steel. I'll just, like I said, it just got surface rust on it, so I'll panel beat this piece better, and then obviously I'll fabricate this section here to join in here. All right. So this is how this came out. You can see there, that's that fresh piece in, blended into this here. I'm gonna just weld this section onto the B post here still, And yeah, this is how this came out. I could, if I want to, grind this off here just to close that off, but I mean, this is neither here nor there. Nobody's gonna see that. So this is how this came out. I don't think it came out too bad. Looks a little bit rough, but yeah, every job looks rough until you put body filler on, and then you should look good. So anyway, I'm going to just weld that, then I'm going to start fabricating this section here to join this up onto, probably bring it onto here, I'm not sure. Like I said earlier on, I'll have to go to my videos just to see what the section actually looks like. All right, we're getting there. Alright guys, this is where I'm going to end off this section. This has been quite a job to seal that off, as you guys saw. And for those that seen this for the first time, check out the other videos and you'll see what this looked like prior to me actually being at this point. So as you saw, I sprayed 2 coats of cold galvanizing on this plate here. This plate is going to get welded in over here, and I sprayed 2 coats of cold galvanizing on that too. So yeah, so in the next one I'll be finishing this section off here. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers for now.